I'm going to take the liberty to start answering because it's general political questions and we have to move on. I think we only have the hall for an hour. I'm a big guy, so I'm going to stand, but I'm going to go down, so I'm not upstairs from my colleagues. Your they question is the they is the DA. Remember, no political party that operates nationally gets decisions from their councillors on the ground. As Jack said, as Phil said, and David, the councillors maybe don't want this, but they get the commands from the top, which is the federal executive and the party and the Congress and so on. Remember, it's a big political organization, so it comes from the top. Anything? One more question? There was somebody else there. We're going to take one more, guys, then I'm going to move on, and then we'll take questions at the end. Right, David?
Yeah.
Okay.
Being straight around this year, what we're seeing at the moment, DA, is going further and further left, to the point that we now have the so-called moderates in the ANC crossing the floor to the DA. So what we have are a bunch of socialists having taken over the DA. The moderate Marxists joining them. So, when it's actually leave us, because if our leaders, the so-called DA leaders who were supposed to be moderate, have now gone full left wing.
Guys, there's a few more questions. We will give a chance at the end for everybody that didn't have a chance. Okay, so I'm going to start a bit wider. Okay. Okay, one more.
Sorry, I have seen that the space will be benefit
Yes.
many areas in the country. And I see it as an attack on middle class citizens or middle income areas. I mean, as a member of the North fraternity here, I would not be standing here. The lower income bracket is also protected. What are the different parties doing for the collective middle class income who are already financially indebted with regards to living in these areas and don't necessarily have the legal muscle to fight this?
Okay. So, very good question. I'm going to park that one because we can all answer that. I'm firstly going to say, just recap on why we are here. We are here about fishhook. And we might be preaching to the people in the church. But it's important that we reiterate a few things. And I'll get back to you. It's important. Remember, this is not a political comparison meeting. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And I'll vote for you. That's not why we are here tonight. We are here as one team to help fishhook. But we don't mind answering your question. Right. Guys, I'm going to start a bit further away and bringing it back. I'm going to try not to speak too long at all. David, please signal me if I go too long. We are all politicians. We like talking. There's a pattern developing here, and you mentioned it briefly. This is nothing. Please compare what's happening here to what's happening in the north. When I say north, it's outside of the Western Cape. Please compare it. Guys, there's a pattern developing. You know, when I become cold to my bones, is when somebody that moved here, some of you moved here shortly, and I think you got the surprise of your life. They tell me and they say, did you see the road just on the other side of the border? Did you see your roads? And then I say to them, you know what? We are trying to prevent exactly that. People need houses. Please, let's not forget that. But there are also people that's bringing in thousands, telling them that they will get a job here, and they get a little housey and they cannot find one, and that is for votes. We all know this. However, now the government of the day, which is supposed to look after us here, is using the ratepayers to pay. That is the pattern. That's a yellow, black, and green pattern. It's nothing else. So that is the problem that we have. and we will fight against it tooth and nail. And like Jack said, and like Phil said, and like David said, guys, this is a call to action. Because it's not just happening here. We are busy at Earth 1117. There's a protest on Saturday. If you may be in Cape Town, go there. We are busy. There's one in Greenpoint. We've just formed a steering committee in Helderberg this weekend on a Sunday, because the same is going to happen there, and it's not going to stop. So back to what Jack said, below 50%. There's no other way. That's the long term. Then the other thing is, let me say this very carefully. This is I just said this is a call to action. Guys, and every single one of you need to fight for your community and what the DA wants to do here. If it wasn't the DA, I would have still attacked it. Not taking away that people must get houses. Our brown people is sitting without houses, hundreds of thousands of them, and they're being put at the bottom of the housing list, and the Eastern Capers are coming in, the migration, the people in the that's migrating, and I was very tempted, you can ask my caucus, to use exactly that words this week, but now we're not in the caucus physically, I also want to be thrown out. Okay guys, I am done. Thank you to my colleagues for having a passion for your community. And we're going to get to you first with the questions I'm going to give to Dave now. Just remember, don't forget your power. Don't forget the power of your vote. You can change things overnight, and go out and get more. That's the call to action. Thank you.
Question.